Hello everyone, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Blood on the Clock Tower official TPI app. This is app version 3.5.0. I'll go through all of the current useful items and bits that you can do in this version. This will be updated with new uses and options, so you may need so later on, some of the things I say may be incorrect, but as of now, this is how everything looks and feels. I'll be talking you through the player perspective of the app first, and then I'll go through the storyteller's perspective. Before that, I'll go through some basic setup. Once you've logged into the app, you'll be greeted with something that looks similar to this. You can either press the S key on your keyboard or go up here to the top right to the settings cogwheel. Go over here to the three lines and go over here to the settings. Sorry, it's not the S key, it's the Q key, sorry. Once you get into your settings, you'll need to go to setup, microphone, and camera. Once you've done that, you'll be able to start your setup. As I have my OBS open, I cannot select a camera, but you'll be able to select your camera and your microphone options from here. After that, I will be after that you will be able to select which microphone you use and or camera. Then you may put back. Other options in the settings, you can choose your server performance, but again, this is only useful for storytellers. You can upload a background image URL. If you have one that you would like to use, this background image currently is not default. This is one I've uploaded. You can set your zoom. I like to have a zoom around 80 to 90%. You have your colorblind options, which will change the look of character tokens. You can show animations, which will help if you turn off this. It might help you with some possible lag. I like keeping custom icons on. I don't really see much difference if you turn them off. You can turn off sound effects if you don't want them. Game, you could change the time it takes to vote or allow text whispers, which I'll show in game. These are only storyteller options, and streaming options I will leave off of this particular video. In the top right, after you've managed your settings properly, you can go over here to the plus sign and click join as player. You then type in a session ID. I am going to be typing in my session ID for this tutorial is for Imp. You get this session ID from your storyteller. Once you've joined, up in the top left, you'll see your storyteller. My friend Neen is helping out with this demonstration. Your storyteller, under your storyteller, these are 4 channels for private discussion, and you can have more as well by particularly requesting it from a specific person. When you join in, you can choose any of these seats that are open with a little seat icon. Once you choose a seat, you'll be able to sit down. I will mute myself so don't bother Neen for now. In top right here, you'll have options to show your camera or not show your camera. You'll have an option to mute your mic or unmute your mic. This option will allow you to listen to town and hear everyone else's voices, or mute all voice chat. This is people inside the current session. It shows you your server. It shows you how many people are in the game, and it shows you which people are in the game. The crown means that they are a storyteller. The orange name means that they are a minion tier on the Patreon. A blue name means that they are a townsfolk tier on the Patreon. A red name means they are a demon tier. A yellow name means that they are a TPI endorsed storyteller. And a white name means that they are not on the Patreon at all. If you are a blue tier patron, you can play and storytell. You can storytell for people with any people with the blue tier, orange tier, or red tier. If you are a orange tier, you can storytell for anyone, including white tier, meaning they don't have the patron. And red tier can storytell for anyone as well. Here you'll be able to see the session ID for IMP and copy it into a link to share with others. At on your token yourself, if you click it, you'll be able to change your name. You'll also be able to change your pronouns and then put pronouns that you may want, and you can leave them empty to remove their pronouns. Hovering over the little pronoun symbol will show the pronouns for any given player. If on the right hand side, you'll see that there's a character sheet. If you click it once, you can see all the characters that are in this particular script. If you click it a second time, you will see the abilities of each of those characters. Click a third time to minimize. I think that is the majority of the useful things. Now, Neen is going to help me by setting some things up. So, we are going to start off by showing private chats. If you press spacebar, you'll be able to request private chats with all players that are in the game. I'm going to use Neen for this experiment. Neen, can you please accept this private chat? You'll send it as a little chat request. Chat request will appear on the left hand side, and then you'll go into a private chat that only Neen can hear me right now. Neen has this little eye token because they are a storyteller. And every other player will have a blank token unless you assign them a specific token like that. Neen, anyone who has a camera, you can see their camera largen. If you click on the center here, it will shrink down the camera sizes to be a lot smaller, and so you can still manage tokens around the Grim. On the left hand side there is a chats button, so you can leave a room like that. Once you've left a room, you can no longer join back into it. If someone requests to chat with you, Neen, will you please request to chat with me? It will ping, and you get the accept a request, and it will shake for a few seconds. Clicking the check will bring you back into a room with that person. Additionally, there are other chat rooms. These are public rooms that as many people as you want can be in this game can go into these. The monastery, the church, the graveyard, the library, and the laboratory. Clicking them like that will allow you to enter the chat room, and clicking leave button will allow you to leave it, as similar to the other ones. Additionally, when the storyteller sends us to night phase, everything will go dark, and clouds can go across the sky according to your settings. In the night phase, you will not see anything, but you are still able to talk to your fellow players. And you cannot go into private chats except with the storyteller. Neen, can you send me some wake information, please? The storyteller side can send you information at night, depending on your character. And if they send you something, then it will pop up in the center of your screen, like that. For instance, make a choice. It depends on your character, but that is a common thing that you might get. And you can send back choices are yes, no. You can select a player, possibly. You can choose a character on the script. if that is what you need to send back. If you need to type something out, you can type out a message. If you made a mistake, you can click it to remove it. So instead of Butler, you can click that to remove it. You can click the trash can to remove all your choices. And then you can press the send button to send it back. If you accidentally clicked away for some reason, in the top right here, until the daytime, you can click the night info to get back what you've seen tonight. It is common practice is that if a storyteller sends you information, just send back a yes to acknowledge that you have seen it. It is good practice. If the storyteller will send us back to the daytime, please. Thank you. When you're chatting with people, you can assign them tokens by clicking on their token and clicking on the token that you believe they are. It'd be that good or evil down here. Also, at the bottom, there's an alignment option. If you click good, it makes all tokens good, even if for some reason they start off as evil. So you could have a good aligned minion in some games. You can also click evil and make all tokens red to signify evil, and you can click that token to assign it to them. And there's an empty token at the bottom, which you can click to erase all that. If you go slightly in from any token, you can click here to get reminder tokens. These will update depending on which tokens you have around the Grim, but mainly I use them for custom notes, where you can type in things like people's 343s. Can go there. Additionally, if you don't have the particular token you need for it, you can click the others token, and this has all the tokens for the script that you can add in. Also, if a storyteller sends out character roles, we just send out 7 random character tokens, so I get one. You get your token. I am the empath here. You can hover over your token to see what your ability is, like any other token that have been assigned. You can see what their ability is that way. Yes. And if and you'll continue through the game, eventually people will be voted on for nominations and executions. For instance, if I nominate C2, thank you. Then you can see nominations will occur this way. It'll pop up here, and you can press either spacebar or click the hands up, hands down button to vote or not vote. Neen, can you please run that vote? It will count down 3, 2, 1, go. Going clockwise. And we'll change your hand to a 1 or whatever number it is when it gets to you. If someone is executed, then they get the death shroud. You put a death shroud on someone, yes. And putting a death shroud means that they will be dead. If you press T, you can see the amount of vote tokens people have. Dead players will have a purple vote token. And if they've used their vote when they're dead, it will go empty like this. And if you are dead and don't have a vote, then it will not allow you to raise your hand in the vote. At the end of the game, most storytellers will do a grim reveal where they show you what everyone was. Doing this, they can click the tokens and reveal it, or reveal them all at once. But yes, revealing tokens allows storytellers to denote what people were, and this normally happens at the end of the game. It will overwrite whatever you have for that token. I think that is as much as I can think of to talk to. Oh, wait, completely forgot about whispering. If you have people to your sides, you can press spacebar, and these three dots will appear over your neighbors' names. During night, or if you both are in town and not in private chats, you can send whisper messages to your neighbors, um, which are short messages that you can send, or you can send a message to yourself, which is an announcement to town. If you announce that, everyone can see your town's rolling message. A message to your neighbor will appear in the bottom left here with a reply button. That is all from the player perspective. I will be back when I switch over to the storyteller perspective and be able to send things. My pause button's not working. Okay, I'm just gonna have to cut it and edit you. Alright, Neen. Can you step down storyteller and then hop into a player seat for me? Thank you, Neen. Alrighty. Here I'm going to show you how the storyteller perspective works. For this, Neen has stepped down and became a player in the bottom left here. To start off with, we're going to go through on the left-hand side. We'll have our normal character sheets. We also have another two tabs. Our first night tab, if we click that, it will show you the which characters wake up and in what order. This resembles what who wakes up. You click it, you can remove if they've already woken up, or if they've died. However you would like to denote this tokenage. You'll see that there's a minion info first, and because seat 3 is the poisoner, who is a minion, they are denoted to go first, and then demon, which is seat 6. Neen is the washerwoman, who is will go after that in the night order. You go through these at night. Eventually, you'll go all the way through the night to the dawn. That is on the first night. On the second night, and nights after that, there's the other nights tab, which have the same thing. If a player has died, however, you see that their mark has been crossed out over here. Nope, I've clicked it too many times. The mark has been crossed out after the poisoner died. Additionally, you'll have on the left-hand side our player bluffs for the demon. Here are only characters that are not in play. Only tokens that are not around the Grim will appear here. You can click them to add them to the left-hand side, whatever demon bluffs you would like. If you click on a player's token, you can see a change alignment button. If you click that, it'll change the color of them to red or back to blue. If you nominate a player, if someone nominates, you can click nominate player. These hands will appear. If they nominate themselves, you can click here to nominate self. When a vote happens, they can vote on just like I showed on the player side, and a storyteller can press start would automatically start it without a countdown. A storyteller can click countdown, which starts it with a countdown. And you can pause it at any moment and resume or reset. If you start a countdown and you realize that you don't need to, you can click close. And if you start it, votes will tally up as it goes around if votes have been made. Once it goes all the way around, you see that everyone has, no one has voted. If there's enough votes, the majority marker will go, and you click mark. The majority marker will count the number of votes around and change to saying tie is the number of votes that has occurred, and majority is the next number up. For instance, it would say tie is 4, majority is 5 if a vote had passed with 4 votes. You can mark someone with the dead marker token, and it'll cover them like that. Additionally, in the night phase, if you press up here, if you press the what key is it? Is it N? Yeah, the go to night phase key. You can press or press N. It will switch it to night phase. In the night phase, you can see which order players will wake up. On the left hand side is the first night. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not accounting for minion or demon information, but only the character tokens themselves. On the right hand side of each token, it is the other knights one and what order they will be woken up. And this it would just be the poisoner, the demon, and the empath. For sending information to players that have tokens, you can click on them. You can click the wake button, which replaces the nomination button in the night. If you press wake, then you have a whole host of options. Options can be yes, no. You can say good or evil. You can count 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for players, you can select a player. You click it and hover over them and click it to select a player. You can select you can send a specific character to a player, and you can type a custom note. If you additionally, the storytellers have these cards that you can send. You can send use your ability ? For if their ability they get to decide when to use it. You can send make a choice if the players have to make a choice of like 2 players, for instance, for like the fortune teller. You can send these characters not in play. If you click that, then it'll open up. These are for your demon bluffs. So you send these to your demons. And you get to choose these. You get to choose characters. Normally, you send these characters on the left-hand side as the characters not in play. To minions, you can send this is the demon token, and you get to click the demon. For your demon, you can click these are your minions and select your minion. If for some reason someone loses their token, you can click you are and then whatever token they are, or if their token changes, if their character changes, you can send them the token that they have became. This player is, if they need to learn about a different player, you can select a different player, and then the character they are. So it says seat 2 is the empath. This character selected you. You can show them that card with a specific character if for some reason that they're supposed to learn if a character selected them. Uh, and you also have the Did You Vote Today token. For some of the characters in S and V, it is important to know if the demon has voted. And there is a Did You Nominate card in case, if for again, characters in S and V need to know if demon nominated, which you can show. But yes, you can send that to someone and send it. A blue eye will cover over their token. When they send something back to you, it will turn yellow. You can click the yellow eye and you can see their response. If you need to, you can send something else back. And then they can send back if they want to or not. Or if they need to. Before game setup, you can click the button over here that says on the plus sign. You can click select characters. This is how you decide which characters are going to be in the game. If you want to randomize it, you can click shuffle a number of times. It just shuffles the order of the characters. If you want to random, people recommend just doing the first ones in that row. So that you can have the proper number of things. For instance, you'd have for this setup, you'd have to have a drunk token, which means you get rid of the drunk token, you have an extra townsfolk like that. The Baron gives you a warning sign. The warning says there are tokens that modify setup, and the randomizer does not account for this. So it will not automatically change the setup numbers for particular characters. If for some reason you need to send out duplicates of a single token, you can click Allow Duplicate Characters, and you click the plus sign to add extras or the minus sign to remove extras. If you click remove all of them, it will take away the token. If you click Allow Duplicate Characters again, it will remove the pluses and minuses. If you have less than enough tokens, it'll still let you send it out. If you have too many tokens, it will stop you from sending anything out. Once you send things out, it will randomize. Where is it? Select edition. No, not select characters. It will randomly pass out the tokens you've selected to your players. Like that. Once you've randomly assigned tokens, you can do your night order things that you may need to do. When you are setting up the game, you also may need to gather players and add more seats or remove seats from the game. Like so. You can shuffle the seats, which just shuffles the seating to different locations. And you can clear the seats, which will clear all the seats around. Also on this menu, you'll be able to select the edition, which script you'll want to play. You can play any of the TB, Bad Moon Rising, Sex and Violets, which are now options, and it will say now playing because TB is the one that is selected. At the bottom, you have custom scripts. If you click custom scripts, you can upload the JSON file. You can click URL to grab the URL of it and provide the URL and load it in. Or you can paste the JSON file if you have it in your clipboard. Below here you have different theme options which you can present to your players and allow them to look at. Same for Bad Moon Rising, S&V, and TB. Different theme options here that will change the background image if your players don't have one selected. Also in here, in the Select Edition is the Clear Grimoire button. If you click Clear Grimoire, it will remove all the tokens from the game. If for some reason someone needs to leave early, or for some other reason you need a traveler, you can click Add Travelers and Fables, select a token, change their character, and make them into a traveler of any kind. You can also set good and evil, and if for some reason you made a mistake, you can change their alignment by clicking here, which will remove the other color. Fable tokens in the top left are available here, and you get a list of all your Fable tokens that you get to choose from. You can click that X if you don't need it. So clicking the Prepare First Night button, add any necessary reminder tokens. So, for instance, if someone need to be the drunk, you can give them the drunk token as a reminder token. Over here on the left hand side, you can select the 3 demon bluffs that you're going to show the demon. And then you can click the Begin First Night button, which will automatically send you to night phase. That is just to make sure that you don't make a mistake when you're setting up the game, and that it is available to you. There's a button here that will show you the rules of the game. This is the basic rule book to explain the basics of how to start to run a game. These are all your plus abilities over here in your keyboard options. Again, spacebar to request private chats with players, which I showed in the player side. You also have your character sheet. If you press C, it'll open the character sheet here, which is also available to players. And in the top left, you click here to observe the night info, which is again also available to players. The waking order that I was showing before, where you see the numbers on the side, 1 and 1, that is an option here, which you can turn on and off with W. Below that is your voting history. You press V to open up your voting history to see who has voted on any votes that has happened. You can also clear that with the trash can. Or in the top right here, you can also see nomination and voting history as well. You can press, when people are out in chats, you can press the R button to ring a gong to ask people to return to town. Or whatever other needs you have of ringing that gong. That is the primary use, though. If you press G for the Grimoire reveal, it'll ask you if you want to add a Grimoire reveal. You can click yes, which will show you your Grim. Clicking tokens will reveal what tokens they are, and clicking reveal remaining players will start at the top and reveal all the tokens in order. I believe that is the main things of your game. You can download your JSON and log out over here, and download the app version here if you want the actual app instead of playing in a thing. Additionally, you can create people as co-storytellers. Inside the thing here, you can click on their name. You can either kick them, you can silence them, or you can make them a co-storyteller. It tells you that it will show you them the grimoire. If you click yes, then they will become a co-storyteller up top left with you here. Clicking them, you can remove them as co-storyteller or request a whisper chat with them like so. I believe that is the main uses of the app, and walks you through the main how to use it. You can always send message to me on Discord if you are inside the official app, or send or post comments below, and I'll try to answer as many as I possibly can. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.